Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel that is Generative Mind AI. So I'm going to start a brand new series that we call as NLP with Transformers. So in this whole series we are going to start with the basics of NLP, natural language processing. Then after we'll go with the sooner deeper and deeper how the NLP have been started and where the NLP nowadays. So again we'll just cover these type of models like BERT model, Hugging Face model. We'll go with the GPT. We'll go with the T5 models. So there are n number of models. This is going to be the most famous. You can just say models which give us quite better result than of the rest of the model. Now it is available in the online platform. So now before jumping to this deeper in this video we are going to see really basic thing that is a the three era of NLP. And why I'm just going to teach you this really basics of era from where the NLP has been started, because before jumping to the transformer model or whether it is going to be any GPT model, other kind of models, we must know each and everything from where we have started NLP, and then after finally where we have reached. And we will also see how the thing is going to be changed nowadays. And mostly we are going to see about the transformer model, and again with the jumping to the transformer model also we'll see how the which deep learning model we have occupied first. That's RNN, recurrent neural network. And then after finally we'll jump with the lstm model, then after attention based model, transformer model. So this all thing I'm just going to cover in this whole series. So every day I'm just going to post one video if the NLP, and then after finally I will start with the soon and deeper and deeper. So in this video I'll just going to be really basic thing is there is nothing coding in this video. So the first thing is basically it started with the rule based era. That was again in the 1950s to the 1990s. At that time there was no anything computer such kind of a things. Generally what we just do, there was no any computational power. So you could not train any model if you have such kind of things like deep neural networks now, which we are just doing nowadays. It's already have utilizing more GPUs power. The hardware is going to be more used nowadays, but previously there was no such kind of things. And even we don't have that much of technology, and we don't have that much of, we are just doing that type of research thing. So rule based algorithm is going to be really and easy even if you are not from the background of any technical background. So you are going to understand this specific rule based algorithm. So rule based era was basically the earliest phase of the NLP focus on rule based system. And basically what it does, you have, suppose I'm just giving you example. You are going to do something like text classification or semantic classification, whether that movie review is going to be a good or bad based on whatever the words we have. So if there will be something good words, you can just classify that movie might be a good or best movie something. And if the words in that sentence, if the word is something like bad or worse something, then you are going to classify that's a negative review. So that is basically you have a data set. You are going to manually fit this model. If this condition is true, then you are just going to be say that's positive review. If that condition is false or something negative review, you are just going to say that is else condition. So that was a rule based era. And even the demerits of rule based era is basically, yeah, if you're just talking about the language processing really heavily on handcrafted grammatical rules, which already I have just discussed. And the mainly demerit of this is limited success due to the complex of the natural language and the incapability of capture all the variation through a rule based system. So you don't have that much of things, like you have n number of word, millions of the word. How you are going to capture, how you are just going to classify each words. For the one words you might have different something new word is going to become, even that sounds much similar to the present word. So how we can just capture this all details. So that was again highly demerit. So then we come with the second type of era we call as a statistical era. I know this is going to be really interesting, because if you are in from the background of data science or machine learning, so you know this thing how the stats words, and how the machine learning like naive Bayes algorithm, that is of the machine learning algorithm, that is the where the part was used, that we call it statistics era. Okay, so it was just is basically emergence of the machine learning techniques such as hidden Markov models, and that is again based on the naive bias. You have something probability, whether it is going to be a, based on that whatever the sentence you are just going to have it, and it is going to classify whether it is a positive review, whether it is negative review, based on the probability, if you just talk about the naive bias, or if you just talk about the hidden Markov models. So again, that again depends upon whatever the models you are using. And then after you are just defining such kind of algorithm, again that is going to be, you are just defining some algorithm. Based on that algorithm, it is going to learn from that specific data, and again that is a statistics data. And second thing point is that development of probabilities model for the tasks like speech recognition, machine translation, and information retrieval. Okay, basically we are going to develop such kind of models, again this by involving this statistics era, where we are going to more concentrate over the speech machine translation. And this all thing happens in the 1990s and 2020. Even nowadays some company even use, some website even use, but this was heavily, because we don't have that kind of resource. After 2020 we can just say there was more resource of the GPU's power we came. Nowadays it is a TPU power. How the thing is going to be really fast nowadays based on the more hardware resource we are just going to get nowadays. But that was not such kind of things before in the 1990s, even in the 2000, early in the 2000. Okay, and highly demerits about the statistics is basically statistical models struggle with the capturing long term dependency and understand the context in the variety of the manner. Okay, the main meaning of it basically is that, if we will start with the NLP, again we will just go with the recurrent neural network, long term memory. How whenever you have long term dependency, so how you are able to, your model is able to recognize whether it is going to be gender or whatever the kind of things. We will just discuss again in much deeper in the coming videos. So it is going to be a statistical era. And again, this era again going to be a fail, because there is going to be lot of complexity. You have n millions of words, you don't have any data sets, and the machine learning, if you like statistics, is one time it is going to be fail if you have a high number of data and it's not going to capture all the stat part or something part. So at that we go with the nowadays we call as a neural era. And I hope so you are really interested in the deep learning nowadays, because the deep learning where it involves, it's like a black box you are just creating, and with the help of black box, it means deep learning is going to be learned by themselves. They are making the mistake, and they are just from that mistake they are just going to update their weights, and they are just learning. So this is the way from 2010 to present, still it is in the process. You will just see about the chat GPT, you will see about the bird. There are many of the things nowadays available in the market, and that all is based on the deep learning models. Okay, so domains of the neural network models fueled by the advance in the deep learning. And we have the introduction to the word embedding, a recurrent neural network. You will have the long certain memory. Then finally they have come with the attention based mechanism. Then of the transformer architecture, GPT architecture, and that again that depends upon the transformer architecture. So you will have n number of architecture that based on the deep learning, and how they are just going to use, they are going to learn by themselves. The way humans learn, the human, the inside the human we have also the billions of the neurons. And when the neuron is going to be active, and based on that it is going to take a decision, the same thing is going to happen with the NLP section also. Okay, so and again the demerit of this NLP, the demerit of neural era is basically training and deploying large language model can be computational expensive and resource incentive. Okay, intensive. So basically what the meaning is that, if you nowadays, even I can just say that after 5 years or 10 years, again this is going to be not an issue, because how the fast technology is going to be changed. Because in early in the 2010 also the GPU has been started, and for training even 10,000 or 15,000 images data, we took nearly 1 week or 2 weeks to train that model. But after 10 years it took even, if you're just using a 4 GPU's power, 8 GPU's power, you are just using approx, it takes mostly, it takes you can just 6 hours, 7 hours, or 8 hours. So that time duration you are going to decrease. Again after in the coming video, after coming in the future, it might takes only 1 hour to train your model. So again I will say that this is going to be really the most important things, and most of the things nowadays depends upon the deep learning, whether it is you are going to see about the chat GPT or the things about the bird. we'll just cover each and everything in much detail. This was the video where we can just see how we have just come from rule based algorithm to static algorithm and now deep learning algorithm. And with the help of deep learning algorithm, from the next video we'll see how we are just doing data pre-processing. Then after, finally we'll just jump with the RNN, LSTM transformer, then BERT. Then after we'll do some projects also in the NLP. So I hope so this you like this video, and please subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.